Hey everyone and welcome to the channel. My name is Ash and today I'm doing a review for Alteric on Xbox. And this was released in 2018, developed by Goonswarm and published by Sometimes You, who were kind enough to send me a copy so I could check the game out, so big thank you to them for that. Now this is a minimalistic 2D platforming game, very reminiscent in my opinion, to that Impossible game that was out on the 360 absolutely years ago, where you were that little square and you basically have to jump along basically to get through the game, jumping over spikes and traps and stuff like that. Now, this game is frustratingly difficult, especially for me. Now, one thing that sets it apart from sort of other sort of puzzle games is your ability to flick between like two dimensions, like two parallel worlds that are in tandem at the same time. So sometimes there are platforms that are only visible in one like world, as well as maybe something blocking the way. So you have to sort of switch between the two to avoid falling to your death or getting stuck, something like that. Now, it's a very simple game. You play this little cube and you're basically jumping along, avoiding and making your way to the sort of portals at the end of the levels. Now, gameplay wise, like I say, it starts off pretty simple, but in a few minutes it gets frustratingly difficult. It wasn't really enjoyable for me at a certain point, like I say, which is a shame because I do like these sort of minimalistic style puzzle games. However, the thing I liked about like the Impossible game and a lot of these simple ones is when they've got like a soundtrack where it beats along with the music, so you know when to jump. You're like, oh, I jump because there's a beat there. Doesn't really have that in this game, unfortunately. Now, there are checkpoints throughout some of the levels, especially the longer ones, and when you get to them, if you do die, you just respawn at the checkpoint, which saves you having to do a lot of the levels. However, they're few and far between on some of them, and sometimes they're at places, like I say, just before it gets hectic, or you've just spent ages doing a really hectic one and there doesn't seem to be one around, which wasn't ideal. Now, achievement-wise, it is an easy 1000 gamer score. Depending on your skill, you can get the 1000 within half an hour. However, like I say, if you're not great with the timing and being able to flick between the parallel worlds as such at the right moment, you're just gonna be frustrated, like me. I just expected a little bit more from it, and it was just a bit too boring after a while. It's just a bit bland. It's just very, obviously, because of the two worlds, it's very red or very sort of like purpley blue, and that's it. And I know it's a minimalistic game, but I just felt like it could do with a bit more. Now, there are boss encounters, which is a nice addition. However, they do get a little repetitive and they're not that great, but there is a nice little mix-up from the just sort of standard moving along and just trying to get to the end of the level. Now, this game is priced at £3.99. Playable on Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S, and it's Xbox One X enhanced with 4K resolution. So like I say, if you want a cheap game that's good for achievements and you don't get too frustrated, I highly recommend checking this out. But it's one of those games you'll probably play it for the achievement and then not actually finish the rest of the game because it's so frustratingly difficult with sort of like slippy edges of platforms and stuff like that, and sometimes you'll do a jump but the next time you do it you don't seem to do the same sort of jump, that sort of issue, which is unfortunately a shame. But that's that for this video, guys. Like I say, it's up to you to sort of decide from your own whether you think this is something for you. But like I say, as you can see, I've left like my raw footage. I haven't trimmed it out to sort of show me doing the best bits. This is literally me just trying to do the same sort of section over and over again with mild to failing results, basically. But like I say, if you've enjoyed this video, please hit like, please hit subscribe, and we'll see you soon for more content. Bye for now.